The story begins with a boy named Goku befriending a teenager named Bulma. Together, they set out on an adventure to find 7 mystical Dragon Balls, which can summon the powerful dragon Shenron to grant any wish. Along the way, they encounter challenges like the shape-shifting pig Oolong, the desert bandit Yamcha, and Goku unknowingly agreeing to marry Kai Kai. Their journey also brings them face to face with Emperor Pilaf, a small blue goblin who seeks the Dragon Balls to fulfill his desire to rule the world. Eventually, Pilaf and his followers come head-to-head with Goku and friends after Pilaf is able to steal all 7 of the Dragon Balls from our heroes by trapping them in a room and knocking them out with sleeping gas. However, after wishing for Shenron, Oolong jumps in last minute and puts a stop to Pilaf's plans by wishing for his own pair of women's panties. In Dragon Ball, Pilaf traps Goku in his castle. While plotting his escape, Goku recounts his grandfather Gohan's tragic death by a fearsome mythical beast. As he tells the tale, the full moon rises, triggering Goku's transformation into a great ape. This immense form enables him to break free from Pilaf's castle. However, before he can cause any more destruction, his tail is cut off, changing him back into a little peaceful sleeping child. And it is here where Bulma and the others realize that the beast that took his grandfather's life was actually Goku himself, deciding never to reveal that to him because it would be too soul-crushing for him to handle. The next morning, the gang escapes using Goku's pole, and Bulma gives Goku the Dragon Radar, telling him that in a year from now, when the Dragon Balls return, they can go search for his grandfather's missing Dragon Ball using the radar. In the meantime, Goku decides to stay and train under Master Roshi. Goku undergoes rigorous training under Master Roshi to fight at the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. During his training, a monk named Krillin also joins under Master Roshi's tutelage and enters the tournament as well, becoming both Goku's training partner and rival. But soon they also become best friends. After months of grueling training, they travel to the tournament venue on Papaya Island. Yamcha decides to participate in the tournament as well, with him, Goku, and Krillin all making it to the quarterfinals. Eventually, after some crazy fights, Goku makes it to the grand finale. But he has to face somebody who looks eerily familiar named Jackie Chun. And after a crazy hand-to-hand battle incorporating the drunken fist style by Jackie Chun, Goku is eventually defeated. And it turns out that Jackie Chun was actually Master Roshi all along in disguise. After the tournament, Goku sets off to find the Dragon Ball left to him by his late grandfather. On his mission, he meets an evil organization called the Red Ribbon Army, whose tiny leader, Commander Red, wants to collect the Dragon Ball so he can use them to grow bigger. The highlight of the arc takes place in the Muscle Tower. Here he fights against Major Metallatron, one of the first androids Goku has ever encountered. He almost single-handedly defeats the army, including its hired assassin mercenary, Tao, against whom he originally loses, but is easy to beat after training under the Hermit Korin. Here, he destroys the Red Ribbon Army once and for all. Later, Goku reunites with his friends to go to the fortune teller, Baba, after being unable to detect the Dragon Ball on the radar. They ask her for help to find the last Dragon Ball in order to revive a friend killed by Tao. Baba reveals the location of the last Dragon Ball to them. To pay for their services, Baba offers them the opportunity to fight against her 5 warriors. After making short work of the first 4, Goku's last opponent is a mysterious man wearing a fox mask who proves to be his equal, and even knows the Kamehameha. It turns out that this man is none other than Goku's grandfather, Gohan. Baba and Gohan explain that there are 2 worlds, the mortal world and the other world, and she has the ability to bring the dead back to life. After a heartwarming reunion, Grandpa Gohan says his farewell to Goku and the others and returns back to the other world. The last Dragon Ball is then revealed to be in the hands of none other than Emperor Pilaf, and Goku and the others make their way to him, slap his ass up, and grab the last Dragon Ball. Then, they travel back to Bora's grave at Korin Tower, and Goku summons Shenron, allowing him to wish their friend, Appa's father, back to life. This leads us into the Tain Saga, otherwise known as the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai Saga. This plot revolves around a tournament between the best fighters in the world, and we see Tain taking down a ton of opponents, breaking Yamcha's leg, KO Su out here using telekinesis, looking like a badass because you know how these two got done in Dragon Ball Z. So ain't nobody care after this, battling Jackie Chun and eventually leading to a final showdown between Tyne and Goku in the finals. We're just by a hair. Tyne defeats Goku, becoming the winner of this World Martial Arts Tournament. However, the main cliffhanger is after the fight. Krillin volunteers to go retrieve Goku's power pole and the Dragon Ball which he left behind back in the battlefield. However, Krillin disappears, and Goku and the others get worried. So they go to track down Krillin, and when they arrive back on the tournament grounds, Krillin is dead. Well, this won't be a first. His monstrous killer has already left, and both the Dragon Ball and the World Tournament announcer's list of competitors have been stolen. Here, Goku tracks down Krillin's killer, the monster known as Tambourine and Demon King Piccolo, but is defeated by them. The overweight Samurai Yajirobe takes Goku to Krillin, where he receives healing and a boost of strength. Meanwhile, Master Roshi and Kaiosu are killed by Piccolo, who uses the Dragon Balls to give himself eternal youth before destroying Shenron, leading to the destruction of the Dragon Balls. As King Piccolo prepares to destroy West City as a final show of force, Tyne comes to confront him, but is also defeated and almost killed. However, Goku arrives just in time to save Tyne, in a rage, killing King Piccolo by punching a hole through his chest, but not before he lays an egg. Leading us to the final arc in the series, Piccolo Jr. Saga. Shortly before King Piccolo dies, he produces his last son. Piccolo Jr. Krillin informs Goku that Kami, the original creator of the Dragon Balls, may be able to restore the Dragon Balls so that Goku can breathe life back into his fallen comrades, which he does. He stays and trains under Kami for the next 3 years, and then enters another martial arts tournament with his friends, as well as a new youthful Kai Kai and the revived mercenary Tao. The 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai tournament itself is more about Goku's development as a martial artist, with the story focusing on him finally winning a Tenkaichi Budokai. Piccolo Jr. also takes part in the tournament to avenge the death of his father. Piccolo is entertaining in this role, but he ultimately doesn't fulfill getting revenge, as the final battle between him and Goku leads to him running away with his tail tied between his legs, after Goku gives him a senzu bean to restore his health. But he eventually vows to return one day, but we all know how that turns out. Anyways, Goku then flies away with his, and the series ends with Goku and Kai Kai getting married.